alright, they're not coming off, they're not too tight. Nah. It's coming slowly. They turn into I'm going to pause for now to get the steering column out to give us some more space. I think that's just kind of preventing it from moving where it wants to move. Really glad I got these engine hooks. One less thing to worry about. What the fuck am I going to do with it now? I'm going to get stuck on stuff. Like the end of these wheels. Nothing there. Can you feel my heartbeat screaming out? It's coming up. Come on, boy. Said that you would call, but you let me down, let me down. But you let me down, let me down. Okay, well, I'm going to put this on. Bet it would. It's a phone. It's some towels. Something that doesn't dent or damage or crack the sun. Might cry for that. Okay. See if I can gently. Shall we? So far, I don't wanna be. We're saying so far. Please don't say so. Please don't say so. Please don't say so. Please don't say so. Please don't say so far. We're saying so far. So the engine's out. I didn't want to be in this stage. I'd much rather be driving it on the road, doing track days, things like that. But alas, the rolling road didn't go as well as I wanted. So having a quick assessment, there is a fair bit of rust here that I want to treat, take the opportunity while I've got access and the engine is out. We're going to be able to unbolt all these bits, really tidy up this pedal box. It's an adjustable pedal box. God knows why it's adjustable. It doesn't even really work properly, and it's unsightly the way that it's been done. So I'm going to tidy that up. I'm going to wire brush everything back, primer it all, and repaint it all. Fair bit of work. Shouldn't take too long, but it's mainly about taking the opportunity while I've got it. Let's do this. What the hell? So this is the rail here that the pedal box bolts to, and you can see there's different holes that you can put it into.
That's what she said!
Most of these are absolutely redundant. God knows why they were in here. But the interesting thing is it's actually welded to the still up until this point here. And then obviously it goes onto the aluminium plate. So it's actually just got a bolt on the very end there. So I've just put the pedal box back on because I just wanted to double check which holes I was using.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
And in fact, I can move the pedal box back to here. It's a bit more comfortable for me, and it tidies up this front end because I'm using the last hole, and it means I can chop this straight after this weld here, and that's going to look a lot neater. It also means that I don't need a funny filler plate like I had over this side. So it all kind of just lines up. It's almost like this was where the pedal box was meant to be originally, and I'm just keeping it back to where it was. So chopping here, maybe tidy up these holes, undecided yet, simplifying this whole area here, and that's just going to make this look a lot neater as well. I'm going to vinyl over all of this again. Once I've cleaned this up, this is all going to be re-vinyled. So obviously it's going to be easier if these aren't here, and any holes that I don't use, so like the holes holding this at the back, they're going to disappear. I've got a neat little trick to make pop rivets look neat again afterwards. So this is what progress looks like. I know, I'm not going to hear it any other way. This is progress right here. So I've used a wire brush and a drill, and I've just been kind of working away at it. But my concern that I've got now is underneath here is the paint starting to go, which is not great. It would be lazy off me and short-sighted off me to stop here and not do anything with that. So I'm just going to drop the gearbox down. I'm going to raise the front up even higher, drop the gearbox down, and then that's going to give me access to just clear the old paint off and prepare the undersurface for some primer and for some top coat. Got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to take the engine back out to do this at a later point, so I've got to do it now really.
under here? Grit? Oh man. Right, it's all got to come back off again. So this little punch tool that you can see here that I'm using is a custom tool I asked a machinist to make up a few years ago. What I do is I just use it to cut a neat little hole over the top of the rivet, and it relieves the vinyl and allows it to settle down so there's no bubbles, no creases, and it just makes the vinyl lay nicely. And it also shows the rivet coming through, which also looks a lot better as well. I think it's come out okay. Not perfect, but it's okay.
Well, I expected that to just pull off. Where's my flat blade? I think that was like that. There's something going on here. I guess that's pretty toasted. It's got flat spots on it. I don't know what a new clutch looks like. The worrying bit is this looks like it's already an AP Racing one. Still, at least I have a part number. CP5352-5.
The particular flavour of clutch which TTV recommended is a 4-paddle clutch. This should be able to meet the torque requirements that I need, but it's not going to change the feel of the clutch pedal too much. That's all down to the clutch springs, which I'm keeping the same. The design of the clutch plate itself is far more basic than the AP Racing one. I don't have multiple organic layers, and I don't have cush springs in between. This means the bite's going to be a bit more aggressive, but it's not going to be impossible. Apparently, just like driving a different car for a change. So the science behind 4-paddle clutches is actually really interesting. The material which is specified by TTV has a far higher frictional coefficient than your standard 360-degree organic clutch. And that, combined with the extra pressure applied over the smaller patch, means that the material can actually transfer the torque through the clutch better than a normal organic clutch. The other benefit that you get from a 4-paddle clutch or 6-paddle clutch is that you get a break in between the material. So much like grooved brake discs, this allows for air to flow in between and also to disperse any debris, which means a 4-paddle clutch will have a lot more frictional force, and it'll be able to disperse heat, and it'll be able to disperse material a lot better. That's why 4-paddle clutches and 6-paddle clutches exist compared to organic clutches, which have a 360 continuous contact. And the end result of all this design change is with an organic clutch, if you cook it, if you overbake it and it smokes, that's it. It's glazed. You will never get that clutch back. It's never going to be able to transfer the torque. But with a 4 or 6-paddle clutch, if you overheat it, it will come back in and it will start performing again. And that's why it's used for things like rallying and motorsport, where it's a really aggressive application, unlike an organic clutch, which is really only used for the road.
Set this to 47.5 pounds of torque, foot-pounds, as per Google. How does that stay central? I trust that I've put that central. Incorrect Google. Going for 14 pounds, foot-pounds that is. because this is such low torque, I'm now not worried about opposing bolts torqued up, because it's a tiny amount. That seems unnaturally low if I'm honest. I suppose the dowels are there, but I've tightened them up now as they are. I'm going to carry on doing some Googling, I might redo these. But new clutches in, happy days.